I could have shown you 400,000 roughly compilations of media lying about things and demonizing people and everything else. But we got this one. It mostly focuses on the Canadian truckers. You may remember them.
Ottawa is being besieged by a group of anti-do-anything-about-COVID truckers called the Freedom Convoy.
A so-called Freedom Convoy.
So-called Freedom Convoy of truckers.
The police chief is calling it a nationwide insurrection driven by madness.
This city is under siege. They are now calling it an occupation.
A threat to democracy, an insurrection, sedition, insurrection, a threat to democracy.
We've heard it called a nationwide insurrection.
This is kind of our insurrection by air horn moment. I think it's part of the globalization of Trumpism.
It's a cult.
Yes, it is.
Residents say they feel like hostages.
There hasn't been as much violence as some had perhaps projected, but that does not necessarily mean that it has been peaceful.
Alarming situation there in Ottawa.
The first part of that obviously was the truckers and the way that they frame the truckers, right? They're all racist and bigoted. And remember, Justin Trudeau literally called them transphobes. That's why he said they were out on the street. What's also interesting, did you notice a couple of times those journalists called it the so-called Freedom Convoy? It was called the Freedom Convoy. The Freedom Convoy people called it the Freedom Convoy. But however, when we had this Don't Say Gay thing here, which was not called Don't Say Gay, right? It was HB 1887 or something like that. No one called it the so-called Don't Say Gay. They just labeled it the Don't Say Gay. So these little tricks that they do, that is so important for you to be able to see.